Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, I show you what happens when Watsi make you a hateful person. So, I want to try a very hateful deck, and this is what I come up with in the Orzhov deck that hates on Corey Steelcutter with Authority of the Console and Split Up, making sure that all of our opponent's hasty creatures come into play tapped. Then, when we want to wipe their board, all their creatures are tapped, we're going to split it up. That's kind of the idea. Along with that, we also want to hate on the Omniscience. So we got Kutzil's Flanker, which will 3 mana to exile their graveyard. And Flanker is a lot better than a lot of other graveyard hate because it immediately happens on our opponent's... it could immediately happen during our opponent's turn, interacting or responding to one of their plays. I think it's better than what is it called? The other white mana spell, the Rest in Peace, because number one, it's an instant speed, so we can interact to our opponent's play. Number two is that if our opponent's not playing any Graveyard Synergy deck, Kutzil's Flanker can still help us gain 2 life and scry 2, which is pretty important. Don't forget, it's a 3-1 body, which could serve as a blocker or an attacker, right? It's pretty good. And the top end of the deck is Ugin, Eye of the Storm, which we can play to exile whatever permanents they have. Now, along with that, this deck also has the hate in Ancient Vendetta and Stonebrain. So we're going to go through their deck and exile their main win con so that they don't have those. And then at the end of the day, we don't want to mill out, so we'll rob them so they mill out. So that's kind of our ultimate win con, is to rob them until they mill out. And that is the idea of this Orzhov Hate deck. So here's how it plays. Turn 1, we're going to drop Authority of the Console if we can. If we cannot drop Authority of the Console, we're going to at least try to Duress them. So we got 3 Consuls and 4 Duress for our 1 drop. For our 2 drops, we got 4 Get Lost, 2 Stonebreak. Don't look at this. Those are late game. So 4 Get Lost and 2 Stonebreak. Along with that, we also have 4 Tablet of Completion. So normally, I would run Maze Mind Tome here. But today, I want to try Tablet of Completion to see if it's better or worse. The reason for that is because Tablet of Completion technically is a mana rock that in the late game can serve as a card draw. Of course, it takes a very long time for that to happen. During the meantime, though, as a 2-mana mana rock, it's not entirely bad. The worst part is you can't use it as a mana rock the turn you play it. Well, we can mitigate that by having Authority of the Console, so that turn 1, if we're dropping Authority, we don't really need to have a mana rock to help us ramp into anything on turn 2, so we can have a Tablet Completion to kind of stall for a little bit, just a little bit. And I'm going to try it, but I'm pretty sure Maze Mind Tome is better. But I want to try the Tablet of Completion to some extent. And then the 2 Stonebreak, also, I believe you can just throw them out on turn 2. If our opponent removes it, I'm not too sad about it. If our opponent don't remove it, they're always going to be looking at that Stonebreak thinking, oh my god, what are they going to exile from my deck? Right? And that's the idea. Now, the reason why I don't really mind them killing our Stonebreak is because we have 4 Ancient Vendetta. Before we get there, though, on turn 3, we got 3 Flankers, usually played at flash speed to get us our Scry 2 to fix our draws, and 4 Split Up to make sure we have board wipes against whatever board opponent has. And then turn 4, we got the 4 Ancient Vendetta. Turn 5, we got 2 Deadly Cover-Up. In case Split Up didn't get everything, Deadly Cover-Up will get everything. And we can look into their deck and exile the rest of the cards in their deck that already hit their graveyard. So it's kind of tricky. If they play 1 Jace, we can exile all of their other Jace. If they mill an Omniscience, we can exile all of their Omniscience. If we somehow Duress a very important card, very key combo piece in our deck, we can Deadly Cover Up and get rid of all of the other combo pieces. Now, one other thing we can do on turn 4 or 5 is the Outrageous Robbery. I'm going to put it right here because sometimes we will play for a 4-drop. This will be a 4-drop, draw 2 cards, which normally isn't great, but for this deck, we'll take it, right? We don't need to rob our opponent's entire deck. Robbery sometimes just serves to give us information so that we know what to Stonebreak and what to Ancient Vendetta. And then towards really late into the game, we got Ugin, 7 mana, 7 Loyalty Planeswalker. Only 2 off because, well, I can't fit any more in, but Ugin really just drop 1 and you win. You more or less win the whole game. There's a lot of red decks out there, a lot of Corey Steelcutters out there, so we don't really need to curve into Ugin that hard. Once we have 1 Ugin, everything will work. And the best thing about this deck is that we can actually follow up, combo up with Ugin with one of these 2-drop colorless spells, right? So we can cast Ugin, get the add 3 three colorless mana, and we use 2 of them to cast a Tablet of Completion or cast a Stonebrain. That works. Don't forget, when you use Outrageous Robbery, all of your opponent's cards also cost colorless mana. So the Ugin's 3 colorless can be used to cast whatever thing you rob from your opponent, which sometimes might be important. And then lastly, we got the land base. I tried to cut it down to 25 lands instead of 26 lands because we don't really curve into 7, right? We curve into 5. So 25 mana hopefully is enough. We got 4 plains, 2 swamps because we have 4 Bleachbone Verge. So we have 6 lands that starts off black, 4 lands that starts off white. Should be good enough. We also have 4 Concealed Courtyard, 4 Shadowy Backstreet to turn on our Verge, and then we got 1 Restless Fortress, just one, for a potential win con if we know that our opponent does not interact with our creature lands. Otherwise, just 1 so that it does not stall us too long. And then we have 2 demo fields in case our opponent has Fountain Port Mirac's sort of a long stall plan. And we have 4 Fountain Ports so that we can stall our opponents ourselves. Fountain Port is very important, but in this deck, you got to remember, we're not making fish, we're making treasures because fish can be killed. Treasures have a lot harder time being killed, and we can sack those treasures for a big robbery. So that's kind of the idea of this deck. Let's how well hated we can be. All right, our opponent is Ordained Hydra. Okay, we're going first. We got 3 lands, and if they're aggro, we can do something about it. Okay, you know what, I'll keep a brain. I should have go fine-tune my mouse, because it's crazy on the fritz. What's our next card? Finally a Duress. Alright, let me make sure my mouse is doing something. Ah, come on. What? No. We're back. Cool. Alright. What's in your hand? Whoa! Temporary lockdown, 2 Helix, and a Get Lost. And a Shiko, you say? I don't want to see a Shiko in your deck. Let's make sure that Shiko never hits us. The big brain, I'm winning again. I am the Greetus. Literally every matchup so far has been the Jeskai control deck, which will eat us for breakfast. Let's just take out a Shiko, right? I don't want to see a Shiko. I could flank them this turn, but I don't know if that's worth it here. No! Oh god. That was way too quick. Alright, there's a Shiko here. There's 2 Revelations. I gotta be careful. 2 Revelations, 2 Meringue, 2 Beza. Split up and stock up. Okay, none of those do much of anything. Yeah. There's 2 3-steps that I might also have to watch out for. But now that there's no Shiko, the only threats are Meringues and Beza and Jeskai Revelation. Okay, good to know. I'm not going to play the other Authority because he has lockdown, so it's probably a bad idea to do that. And against this deck, without Shiko, I have a lot of time because he doesn't really have much. Of course, I'm still getting mana screwed. 24 lands is not enough. The thing is, I have 28, technically 28 mana, right? Because I got the mana rocks, but I'm not drawing the mana rocks. Okay, they're gonna Helix me. 5 mana, Beza. I'm not gonna give him a card. Do I want the Duress? I don't know if I want Duress. Duress is a good card. You know what? I do want it. Thanks for the life. And to prevent myself from being robbed, or being countered, I'm just going to rob him right now. Give me 2 cards. 2 lands! I guess this is where I'm thankful I have 2 robberies in the deck. I don't know. Jeff Bezos attacking us. Alright, let me look at your hand. What do you have? Do you have a 3 steps? Lightning Helix is my flanker. They're gonna... just 2 lands in his hand or something? Okay, there's just 2 lands in our hand. So... Spirit of Thundering Faults. Okay. Yep. Hope they draw a tap land. They did not. So what am I looking to hit here? The Beza? Probably the Beza, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about Lightning Helix or Get Lost. I don't have anything to hit. The Lockdown doesn't hit me as hard. Okay, they still got 2 Jeskai Revelation, 2 Meringue. Those are the scary cards, I think, I need to hit. Here's that card I stole from you. I hope you're happy. Oh, a Flanker. Pretty happy about a Flanker. Although it might get countered. Or it might just die. It's not perfect. I'm okay with the Duress. It's not a great card, but I'm okay with drawing that. Doesn't matter. If I Duress him, he would just kill it in response. Okay, so he got no interaction. Is this just 2 lands again? Do I Duress this? Nothing hand? Or is he holding on to... No, I don't think... He could play a Revelation if he drew it. We Duress first. There's a counter spell. Now it's just to get lost. Okay, we'll take that. What's the last card? The village. Then we shall name Jeskai Revelation. Do not reveal nothing. Thank you very much. Alright, and then next card is the Meringue River. Oh, GG! Did not want to keep going. Alright, our opponent is... I don't know what that tilde is. Alright, see? The Vendettas? No longer mono blue. Vendettas coming out the wazoo. Alright, what do we put away? Probably a Vendetta. I don't know what they're playing yet. Can't afford to just Vendetta it up right now. Duress gonna help. Okay, is it? I wonder what deck they're gonna play. I think I... Would they play the Quarry Steel turn 1? I doubt they'll play the Quarry Steel turn 1, right? Also a Temple. Just not what I expected. So they're Jeskai Control. Do they have a counterspell? For a tablet? I mean, knowing what they're going to do probably might be more important, but having a tablet out early enough, it's also good. Do I need to ramp for whatever reason? They might just counter this. Yep. They had a counterspell anyways. Might as well play the Duress. So I gotta get around Jeskai Revelation. Oh my god. Go first, turn 3 stock up. Turn 2 counterspell, turn 3 stock up. Can our opponent draws get any better? Not sure. I mean, even with a good deck, I don't think I can beat these kind of opponents. As easy. Oh my god, split up at the time I don't need it. Against an opponent I don't need to split up for. I never draw split up against red. Or red, fine. I never draw split up against rats. Just against these kind of opponents. Every game. I guess you put split up in your deck, you're expecting to get it. But it's just still frustrating nevertheless. I mean, I'm gonna tap the tablet anyways. You can blow it up if you want. It doesn't do me any good anyways. Look at that, more lands. We're gonna get their Shiko. I think we'll just split up the Shiko. Right, we could fight through it. I gotta get around the Revelation. Right, that's the card that's gonna kill me. But all these land draws, not gonna help. Oh, okay. 2 mana for this, 2 mana for Stonebrain. Now, it does not work. Did I just take 4 on a Shiko? Do I hide the Stonebrain here? I'm pretty sure the Revelation is going to come. Let's just do it. Jeskai Revelation. I'm gonna face the one guy that doesn't have Jeskai Revelation in their deck. Yeah, they'll have 1. What the hell? You seriously only playing 1 Jeskai Revelation in your deck? In your Revelation deck? Okay, well the Revelation would have killed me. So I went for it anyways. The problem now is I don't know how to hit their freaking okay, they're gonna lock this down? Nothing on board here. Keep to the top. Can I draw a Deadly Cover Up? Actually, I have nothing in the graveyard. I could do this. But what does that do for me? Nope, not Shiko or Narset. I didn't even see that they have a second temporary lockdown. I mean, I don't think I care about it. As long as they don't have counterspell, I think we're okay. But we are very low on health. Jeff Basil, just for the attack. Alright, we'll destroy all untapped creatures here. Did they top deck their 1 counterspell? They did not. Which is pretty important, because I'd be dead if they did. Top deck Chandra. Rediscovered away. Meringue for drawing 4 cards. They're going to get a lot of value from their deck. The thing is, I'm taking out most of the values that they get out of the deck. So I'm just afraid of a Meringue and a potential Chandra here. You can definitely just draw a Duress and nothing else. I'm more afraid of the Lightning Helix than anything else. Because I'm at 12. Playing a very low econ game here. Look at all the mana they have. They also still have counterspells in their deck. Can't forget about that. They have it now. Yeah, I mean, like in response to the flanker, it's definitely a counterspell, right? That seems fair. That seems fair to happen to me. Double striking creatures. Make a treasure. It's not going to give me the Ugin, obviously, but maybe it will. Yeah, it didn't give me the Ugin. What do you know? They're going to lock down the 1 treasure? They didn't lock down the 1 treasure. So I could flank. Or I can make another treasure. I think I'll make another treasure here. On board I'm doing stuff, so it's not too bad. Although, pretty sure that whatever I'm doing here won't matter as much if he just plays another lockdown. Or he's going to get lost my Ugin as soon as I play it, and Ugin won't do much. So, maybe it's just past turn here. I'm just going after his deck, right? That's the whole point of this deck. Temporary lockdown. Alright, let's sack a token to draw a card. Didn't see any Jace in their deck, so I'm not as worried. What I will have to take out if I had a steady cover up, I don't know. Oh, okay, now I know. Beza. Beza's pretty good. I don't have more lands than him or life. I don't have anything more than him. You got it. I shall flank you. Another flanker. Are they gonna kill my flanker here? Oh boy. Talk about some bad draws. Alright, well, Ugin's gonna either get lost, so we got that going for us. We exile the Beza no matter what. And then Ugin's gonna either get lost after drawing me a card.
I will not allow my progeny to continue their rampage.
You sure about that? I'm pretty sure you would allow that. You would allow that. Alright, the lower left of me.
Focus. Breathe.
Here comes another temporary lockdown to get rid of map tokens, because I have a fountain port. Fair! But, I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep attacking. That's a 3rd temporary lockdown already, so what's gonna be on top of my deck? Another flanker. Flankers are good. I don't mind flankers at all. And then get another tablet. This will inevitably be value later on. Do I still have? Yeah, Ancient Vendetta is still in the bottom of the deck. I only saw one Vendetta though. Right? Yeah, there's just one here. There's supposed to be 3 in the deck, so I wonder what our opponent's trying to do. There's counter spells in their deck. I'll make an artifact, treasure. No, I'll make a oil counter and make a treasure. And they're going to Chandra me for sure. They want to do something against this flanker, right? Helix? Alright. That's not Helix to my face, so I'll take it. I got plenty of flankers. They have a lot of lands, but luckily for me, their lands aren't doing anything. Look! New flanker. You feeling flanked yet? They can't counter this. Unless he's 3 steps ahead to draw 2 cards. Alright. They discard a land, so I think I want to make another treasure, right? Or do I want to draw a card? No. I have too much mana right now. I think I just want treasures. Too much mana. Classic problem. There's 3 or 4 Fountain Ports in the deck. I'm definitely not drawing any of those. 36 cards left. Let me sack one. No, auto pay. Let me sack one of these to draw a card. What can I hit? Can I hit a Duress? No, I cannot. They have a instant speed something. Alright, well, it's gonna take forever. Put an oil counter. They have an instant speed something. I don't know what it is. I looked through their deck. I don't remember. Maybe it's just another Lightning Helix. I mean, I don't think they can mill me out, and they're milling themselves out pretty quickly. And Assault. Here comes Assault. Deadly cover-up. Oh boy. I could deadly cover up 3 steps ahead. I don't think I need to do that, right? Let's go Backstreet Boys. Blue Boy a land. So there's a Chandra, there's another Meringue, but Meringue is only going to draw them into less cards left. No. I want to draw into my other Fountain boards, honestly. That's one of the more important cards to draw into. Restless Fortress is... it's fine. Obviously not going to be great. Demo Field. They don't have any land for me to Demo Field here. Yeah, they got nothing. They're holding on to their Chandra, so I gotta be careful about that. Put an oil counter. And now we make another treasure. Not making a fish, right? Making a fish deals 1 damage to me, and they can just kill it with like Helix or Get Lost or something. So yeah, this will guarantee that I can draw a card here. Demo Field will be pretty useful. Might as well do this now. Robbery. That's a card that I can use on him. to get another treasure. Getting a lot of cards anyways, so I think I'll be okay. I don't want that split up. Let me draw another card. Yeah, in the late game, this tablet is very completed. Let's play another battlefield. How many cards? 20 cards? Yeah, they probably have a 3 steps ahead they want to use. Just gonna steal 5 cards from him. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That means I can steal 6 cards from him. Now I can steal 7 cards from him. Because I have the 2 treasures. It didn't have my fountain pour, right? Thank God. Is that a GG now? Or are you just salty? I mean, I could have deadly cover first, right? But I don't want to. I knew there was 3 steps ahead coming, so that was my plan. This is why I was holding off on trying to do too much of a robbery. Okay, so now I can sack a treasure. Come on. Sack one of these to draw a card. Can I draw something good here? Can I draw Duress still? There's, I already played 2 Duress, so there's only 1 more. Fair. Might not be just right there. That's my next Duress. Another split up. Don't want that. So what does this deadly cover-up hit? Why is it tapping all the demo fields though? Yeah, I don't care. Whatever lands he gets, he's gonna be able to use it anyways. Is he gonna let this happen, or does he have his last counter spell? I just gotta make sure he has no more counter spells. And then I can get lost as Chandra, and that'll be game over. He already has no more Ascendancy. Alright, let's take out the 3 steps probably. There's already 2 3 steps. I don't... Okay, I should have... if this was a tournament, I would have marked down how many he has, but it's not a tournament, so... It's in his hand. Get lost, split up. In his deck, there's no more. There's a Braid still, a Lightning Helix. It's annoying, but I can live through that. There is a Meringue, 1 more Beza, 1 Chandra. That's pretty much it, right? So I just gotta kill the Chandra. Yeah. Thanks for that information. 17 cards left in his deck. Well, I'm not attacking with the Restless Fortress now. Now that I know he has that many crazy get lost cards. Luckily for me, get lost won't hit anything in his deck other than Ugin. Which, I mean, it's... Yeah. It's gonna hit Ugin. But I'm not drawing my Ugins. I've drew 36 cards. And I would say the draws have been less than stellar. The 2 Stonebrain definitely did its thing. Play the land, Elegant Parlor. I get 3 card draws a turn. Can I please make those good? Oh, come on. This game's been going on forever. Why won't he quit? He has no cards left in his deck. He still won't quit. He's just thinking this Chandra's going to somehow deal 17 damage to me. Alright, well, there you go. Another tablet. Well, first I do this. It's a Font of Hope? It's just Chandra something. Or is it just going to explode? I'm okay with just an explosion. Hope's Beacon. That was the card. There's one of them. There's one of them there. Alright, he's got 1 Meringue, 1 Beza. And that's a GG. Took forever. But hey, we exiled his whole deck. Alright, our opponent is Nakapon. Okay. Once again, opponent goes first. No, once again, I'm kind of mana screwed. 25 lands in the deck. I get mana screwed every game. I never get my mana ramp in the early game, and I always get Robbery and another Vendetta. I will say hi. It's not like I got much to do, right? Let's put the authorities on him. No charging. Quarry Steel Cutter. Yeah, no charging. So I want a second authority? I mean, every time he plays a creature, I get 2. I think that's pretty good. Manifold Mouse. Charmage Rescue. I don't understand it, but here we are. Alright. So, do we just split up here? I mean, him throwing out the Manifold Mouse makes me think that he has a lot of stuff. But I'd probably flank. Just fix my draws a bit, and then I would just blow everything up. Optimistic Scavenger, thanks for the life. Higher Claw, thanks for the life. He's gonna move that Steel Cutter. I would be surprised if he does. He wants to get the double strike. I mean, those are kind of the cards I want. But if I'm board wiping, I mean, I still want the demo field to not miss a land drop, right? Not missing this land drop is fine. No blocks. I'll take all that damage. I mean, I guess it didn't matter. I'm not playing anything else. Destroy all tap creatures. You look like you have a lot of tap creatures. Let's get rid of all of those. I should have attacked. I don't know why I didn't attack. It's not like you can have haste speed creatures. Hardfire Hero. Okay, that was one spell. It didn't do it. So, Manifold Mouse. It's pretty annoying. I could take that out. I could just authority him. So whatever he plays next needs to be more impactful. And also Tablet to get my ramp going. Once the ramp is going, I can start getting Ugins. Alright, just equips. Equipping does not give him first strike. You got another tablet? I think that's fine. I think I play another tablet here. Do I want this Fountain Pour? No, the Fountain Pour can't do anything right now. I have some time because of the authorities, which is great. It's probably going to attack now, right? No? Give me damage time? You're giving me too much time. Higher Claw. That's 2 life. Thank you very much. Higher Claw again. Alright. Annoying now that there's a lot of things on board. At least he's giving me a bottle of life. He's gonna equip it back just to get the pump. That makes sense. Now it's a 4/4. Gotta put oil counter on this, put an oil counter on this. Cannot ramp myself in any way whatsoever, huh? Alright, well, Vendetta doesn't help. So, guess I'll try to steal 3 cards from him. Yeah, it's about all I can do right now. Frustratingly, this is the draws that I've been getting. Now he's gonna get that double strike going. So hit me for 10. Oh boy. 10 damage is no joke. I guess the flanker will block one of the claws. Monster's Rage. He is gonna give me more life. Not sure how relevant this is gonna be. It's gonna be like 16 damage in one attack. Alright. I'm in tremendous pain here. Let's put an oil counter on this. And I'm gonna try to steal three cards. Battlefield Forge. Okay, that's pretty important. This is 7 mana, which means here comes Ugin. Let's exile your Heartfire hero. I don't want to see that no more.
I am the master. There is clarity.
Tablet of Completion. Look at that, exile. I got a Manifold Mouse. I don't want to see that either. I got a free Optimistic Scavenger. And then I'll pass turn. Go ahead, try to attack my Ugin. Yeah. Oh boy, that took a long time to try to trigger, and even that, I'm not sure if I can get there easily enough. Maybe he just all go in after Ugin, which I'm all for if that's what he wants. And I'm not blocking for Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shard Mage Rescue. That's 5, 6, 7. That's barely enough to kill Ugin. Oh, look at that. Ugin down. Okay. Fountain Pour. We should exile one of these things, right? The Higher Claw, probably? Oh! You didn't want to fight through all that Ugin, you stupid red deck? Get out of here, you. Authority to the rescue. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw all those hateful games, how does this deck feel? I don't know if I love or hate this deck. I don't know the word for it, but I really like playing this style of deck once the meta settles a bit, and I know exactly what kind of deck our opponents play. Once you see a land, you know exactly what type of deck your opponent's playing, then Stonebrain and Ancient Vendetta can hit real hard. But the problem a lot of time is the draws today have been less than stellar, right? So even the games that I won, I barely draw my Fountain Port, which is painful, or sometimes I overdraw the Fountain Port, which is also painful. So I want to draw about 2 Fountain Ports in a draw now game so that I can utilize both the Create a Treasure and sack a token to draw a card on the same turn, because sometimes I get flooded. Or I don't want to draw any Fountain Port in the early game because I want my colored mana to play colored spells. So that kind of trade-off, I think it's fair. There's only 4 in the deck, but Arena Shuffler decides otherwise. Another thing that I noticed is freaking Stonebrain, Ancient Vendetta, good card, great card, always opening hand, which is terrible. Duress, awesome card, almost never opening hand, which makes me sad. So this deck is a lot stronger if Shuffler is not cheating against you. But again, conspiracy theories aside, it has a very high variance. You have to know how to play it. Not only do you have to know how to play your deck, you have to know how to play around every one of your opponent's decks. So the skill ceiling is very high for decks like these, and that's kind of a problem, right? So a lot of times I'm making misplays because I'm not exactly sure what my opponent would be playing. Just because you see a red-blue land does not mean you know if they're Jeskai Control, or Jeskai Aggro, or Jeskai Oculus. Maybe there isn't the Heartfire Elemental deck. Maybe there is a Prowess. Maybe there isn't Quarry Steel. We don't know exactly what's going on without a Duress, and that makes it hard. That's why I have 4 Duress in the deck, but the whole point is that I get information about opponent's deck so I can Stonebring them, but I never draw them. And the Tablet of Completion, never drawn on turn 2. So a Tablet of Completion is a beautiful card. I love using it because nobody suspected. Everyone sees it and get confused about what is this card doing? It's terrible. But eventually, it becomes an extra card draw every turn, which is fantastic. The only problem is getting it out early game. I put 4 in the deck so I can try to get 1 out early game. It never happened in any of these games. But as you saw in that Jeskai game, as long as I can stall long enough for the tablet to get to 5 oil counters, well, then the card draws go out of control, and at that point, our values are unstoppable. Of course, you can say that we don't need this. I could have just put it in an Annex, and it would have done the same thing. I think that's sort of neither here nor there, because an Annex is a lot easier to interact with, and an Annex actually does damage to me, whereas a tablet, instead of dealing damage to me, is always going to be an additional mana rock that could potentially help me or serve as an extra mana for the Outrageous Robbery. So I think Tablet Completion has some usage, but maybe it's not to its best advantage in this deck. If you want to run this deck and you want to have a more healthy win rate, I would say cut down on the Vendetta, add an extra land to go up to 26 lands, and then cut down all the tablets and put in Maze Mind Tome. That might work better. Or you can cut a Stonebring, right? If you don't want to cut the Vendetta, cut 1 Stonebring, have 26 lands, definitely have 26 lands, and instead of Tablet Completion, have the Maze Mind Tome, and you'll probably win a lot more games, and you'll probably feel a lot better. But I really wanted to try it. So another way you can do this is stick with 25 lands, cut a Vendetta, or cut a Stonebring, and cut maybe another Flanker, or cut a Splitter, I'm not sure, but what you can do is add in 2 Staff of Completion. If you got any Proliferate, then you can make Tablet Completion a lot better. So that's neither here nor there. That's a different kind of deck. And this deck today, I just want to play a Hateful deck, and it was successful. I was hateful for the whole day. And that's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.